The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of...
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
I can't hear anything.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful afternoon. I'm going to go check over there.
You go check over there. Yeah, I'm going to welcome in the new year on my own, but it's good, Magic Man.
Yeah, you do that.
Happy Monday to you, everyone. Happy Brunch Show. Thank you all for joining us. We're very excited because today we kick off our first live brunch show live on WWNN. So if you are watching us, you can also tune in live on your regular radio dial, also on your iHeart app on AM 1470, but you can listen in your car live on 95.3 FM, 96.9 FM, and 1470 AM. I hope everyone is having a happy, healthy, and wonderful new year. We've got a great show lined up for you today, and as we kick off the new year, all I can say is happy 2022. Oh, good. Please grab a candy cane on your way in, Magic Man. Batman to the rescue. So happy New Year, everyone. It is a beautiful day here. Apparently, it is snowing in a lot of the country. It is a snow day in Washington, D.C.
It's Christmas. It's supposed to snow.
It's not Christmas anymore. It's January. It's not even winter here in South Florida anymore.
So let's do open.
You want to do open again?
Let's say
Happy New Year to you. Are you plugged in?
I hope so.
Is your mic plugged in?
Can you hear? What?
Are you, huh?
What? Of course not.
He can't hear you because your mic's not plugged
you're
in.
deaf and blind.
Did you hook your mic?
Yes, I hooked my mic.
Restart.
You got mail. You got mail.
WNN, can you hear us? Riley, can you hear us? Come on the mic.
Loud and clear.
There you
Awesome.
go.
Good.
There you go. Now,
You got mail.
Good morning,
You got
Ryan.
mail.
mail already. If we get a phone call, what's the phone number?
888-565-1470. Give us a call. It is brunch hour. I've got a new restaurant to reach out to also.
And if you say hello to Riley before you make the phone call.
Is it Riley or Ryan?
Riley, I don't know, starts with an
So
O.
sorry, Ryan.
Ryan,
Welcome
I don't
to
know
Freddie.
anything about names,
See, I told you.
But
I
he's
do not make this up.
fantastic board up, and boy, the voice.
The voice.
If you say hello to him and you let us know you did that, you get a bag of coffee. Because we're going to start everything new this year.
888-565-1470. Give us a call. We are very, very excited. This is our first live brunch show on WNN. We've done midday. We've done nights. We've done Tell Us Your Biz live on radio. We have never had the honor and the privilege to go live at 11 a.m. on brunch.
And it's funny because I've never done a brunch show.
I know. It's kind of perfect for us. It's like when the Jewish girl and the Latino male get together, we're always late. So forget our morning show, but now we're early for our afternoon show. So we're kind of right on time.
Don't know what the hell she's talking about, but I guess it's a whole lot of fun. Now, I've been at Beasley for almost 14 years. It's the first time I've ever done a brunch show. I want to thank Jody and WNN Beasley for giving us the opportunity. I happen to know that the gentleman that goes on at 12 o'clock right after us is the man that got me started in radio.
Really?
Yes. The beast of sports. What's his name?
Jeff DeForest.
Jeff DeForest.
Otherwise known as Defo.
Mr. Defo started me in the business for almost 14 years ago.
Wow.
Sold me all his radio time because he went to iHeart or something. And he's back, and he's right after us. So I'm piggybacking. No, I don't know what the hell was on at 11 before, but now you got us. And God help you.
How was your new year?
I'm so embarrassed.
Really?
I slept through it, man. I slept through the new year. I says 11 o'clock, I poured the champagne, was chilling, and the orange juice ready for the mimosa. And I woke up at 1 o'clock, man.
Really?
And my sister, I got like 20 phone calls. Like, what is wrong with you? And now, because of the way things are right now, and I'm talking about the virus and all that, they think something happened. Are you sick? That's the first thing they tell you. Are you sick? No, I slept.
That's good. You needed it.
Right through it. You were partying.
I was
your
at my.
sister's.
Everyone I know stayed very low key. But we went to my sister's. It was us, Chelsea, my sister Leah, and her brother. So her brother dinner was at 9. Her brother showed up at 10:45. That was good. We were all like done, packed everything away. We sat outside on the balcony. It was lovely. We got home around 1:30 or 2.
That's such a vanilla New Year.
Well, I don't know.
Weekend
From the
styles,
man
we
who
kill like
slept.
4 chickens and a cow and a rabbit.
Not
And we,
anymore.
we sort of throw eggs at each other, things like that. We didn't do
Everyone
that
is
this
much
year.
more refined now. Slick stayed in. Everyone stayed
That's a
in.
rumor. I don't believe Slick stayed in.
Did you get any pictures?
No, I didn't get any reports, but like I tell you, I slept through it.
All I can tell you is I'm grateful that we have a crew back in studio today because, and here I am going to cross myself because thank the heavens that Slick and Alana were with us last week because it was a week. It's time to get back. We've got crew. We've got some new interns working with us, really exciting, from some colleges around the community. So school is getting back. We've got our crew back. Time to get up and go. And here is my affirmation of the day. I'm starting a new affirmation. You're going to like this, right? Enjoy and appreciate the small wins. Small wins. Like, I put all the holiday decorations away today. Small win. I'm going to take the
Do
small
I have
wins.
to like that?
No, you do not. You can have your own
I only like
affirmation.
big wins. I'm so tired of small wins.
You know what, though? While
15 small wins equals 1 big one.
it's not smaller. It's not big or small. It's just you have to really be in gratitude for the little things that you can get accomplished.
I saw
during
the
day.
Jets play the Buccaneers yesterday, and that was a wild game.
Did anyone who won?
And the Jets were winning 24-10 at one time.
Yeah.
And people around me were like, you should be excited. Why aren't you jumping? Why? Because I know the GOAT. I know Brady. He has stabbed me in my heart over 59 years of watching football, more than once. Do you know that he's 31 wins and only 9 losses against the Jets in his whole history?
Wow.
So do you think that he's going to lose this game? Absolutely not. There's only 1 minute and 24 seconds to go. Oh, that's an eternity for this guy.
The Jets were still winning?
Yeah, Jets were winning. Then he scored a touchdown. He scored the game winner. We could have won the game. It was 4th down and 2 yards, and the kid, now he's a kid. This kid's 21 years of age. They gave him a play that had 3 options. Why in the world would you give him 3 options? Give him a play, give him 1 option, give the ball to that guy. You run that way, we get a 1st down, we win the game. And that would have been the greatest victory. That would have been my New Year's. That would have been all the bad stuff that I had last year right down the toilet. And the kid runs forward and gets smacked. Nobody does that in professional sports. Nobody.
Wow.
That's what I say.
That is what you say. So they lost.
And they lost.
Well, the Dolphins apparently are now out of the playoffs.
They're out. They're eliminated.
I can't believe it. Slick, I almost called you last night because I can't believe they had won 7 in a row, and now
Against
they're
bad
out.
teams. La la
He
la.
cried. I know
la.
he cried. I can't
La
even.
la la la. Say.
Are you on a slope or did you
Goodbye.
get taller?
I'm taller. I'm hyper. It's midday. It's the brunch hour. You know, we
I'm
have to
not
get
usually this
champagne and
much
orange
smaller
juice.
than you.
We're going to be back on Wednesday at 11 o'clock. We have to bring in.
We did that yesterday. April, Leah in her spare time is like a bartender. So at her house, oh my gosh.
You had a lot of mimosas?
So yesterday was mimosas. New Year's Eve, she was making everything for everyone. Yesterday was mimosa day.
You like mimosa?
Yes.
You
Kind
do?
of. I'm not a big champagne drinker. I'm not a big orange juice drinker either, so I guess no. I try. And then Chelsea came over and I said, would you like a mimosa? She said, yeah, go here, have mine. I'm just
You
not a
ladies
big-
like mimosas? Yes. You do? Endless mimosas? Endless.
I don't need endless. Just a mimosas.
You know, it's really funny. When they tell you it's endless, you drink less.
Yeah.
When you have to buy it cup by cup by cup, you drink more. What is wrong with us?
Endless.
Endless.
We had endless.
Bottomless pit mimosa.
All right, let's take a commercial break. Give us a call, 888-565.
Now, you got to make sure you give them time.
1470. You got to make sure, Slick, all your A buses are on because you're going to send your audio over to the radio station.
What's the phone number?
888-565-1470.
What should we ask for? Call to action. Tell us your New Year's story.
Your New Year's affirmation.
Because
I don't believe in
everybody has something
resolutions.
wacky. No, forget about affirmations. Forget about New Year resolutions. None of that is happening. If you are keeping a New Year's resolution and you keep it for 1 month, I'll be happy.
We should open ours
1
from
week,
last year.
1 minute. What?
We're going to open ours from last year in the
Oh,
jar.
yeah, we have it in the corner.
We'll do them the next hour.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
All right, give us a call, 565-1470. Say Happy New Year. Say hello to Ryan. Say hello to our crew. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we've got kindness in the house. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded
Elena had another asthma attack. She's really sad to miss school again.
Asthma can be triggered by allergens from common pests.
I just can't shake this fever.
Mosquito bites can cause West Nile and Zika virus
For more
infections.
information,
Sorry, boss. I'm going to be out of work for a while.
The CDC estimates that more than 300,000 Lyme disease cases spread by ticks occur in the U.S. each year. Don't let pests force you to take a sick day. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association and CDC.
To promote over 500 shows and businesses with added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact AMP Media Productions at 866-224-5422.
Learn how to protect yourself from life-threatening blood clots at stoptheclot.org/spread-the-word.
Watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And excuses if you are listening on WNN. There's a couple of technical difficulties which we will clear up. Just let us know you can hear us at the radio station. We're good to go.
The beauty of live radio. Ryan, we good?
I can hear you.
Perfect. All right. Well, good morning. Welcome back, everyone, to our brunch hour of the Brooklyn Cafe. Yes, this is our first show live at 11 a.m. So we're working out our little technical kinks, but I'm excited to kick off the new year with some kindness. We've got Kindness Matters 365 with us and Kindness Angels in the house. So Laura Reese, kindnessmatters365.org. I have been following through our community for years and years and years, and I've never had the pleasure to meet her. We've got the pleasure to meet her daughter when we were at the school last year, and it's a spectacular young woman. And I hear about Kindness Matters. I see the magnets out on everyone's cars. I see the shirts. I see everything, but we've never had the pleasure to meet you. So I thought, what better way to kick off than kindness? And I met her mom, Linda Barrett's Kindness Angels. I saw a great post of what they were doing for the kids in the community. And I said, are you by any chance related to? And of course, mom and daughter, because, you know, kindness has to run in the family. And here they both are. So joining us, kicking off our 2022 season with kindness. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Happy to be here.
We are so excited to have you join us. Your daughter, your granddaughter, she is spectacular. She is like, when she did that podcast last year, it was like we were dying laughing. It was so funny.
I remember hearing about it and how much she enjoyed it as well. She
you
loved
know, you
it.
look at the kids and you never know what's going to come out of their mouths. And we were from room to room to room. We walked in and it was a little bathroom podcast, shall we say kindly. But she was awesome. She had so much fun.
That's my daughter.
And that was lovely. And I know you do a lot of work at that school.
Yeah, we love Space of Mind.
I know I want to talk to your mom about Kindness Angels, but I think I need to start with you on Kindness Matters because I believe Kindness Angels is a side hustle to Kindness Matters, right? So welcome, Laura. Let's talk about Kindness Matters.
So there's lots to say, and because of the short time that we have together, I will make it short and give you the most important details. Basically, we started out one after-school program in 2008, and really what I wanted to do was to give the children the same thing that my parents gave me as a child, which really was to teach them about being grateful, compassionate, and kind. And when we talked to the kids about being grateful, we said, we want you to find what you're truly grateful for, not what you think you should be grateful for, or what you think you should have, or what your next door neighbor has, but what are you grateful for in your life? And then we talked about compassion, and we talked to the kids about how they speak and how they act and how it affects them and how it affects other people, and just to be mindful about how they're speaking and acting. And then the third little component, this is my formula: gratitude, compassion, kindness. The last piece, of course, is kindness, and the many different ways that you can show kindness to yourself first and then give back to the community. So this one club beautifully and organically grew into a once-a-month program where we invited a different foundation or organization to come talk to the kids about what they do to be of service and give back to the community or the world. And the kids absolutely loved it. They loved it. They couldn't believe, well, first of all, how lucky they were and what was needed in the community. These children didn't even know that there were children in their own backyard and in their classrooms who didn't have fill in the blank, backpacks, clothing, family members. So this was really a beautiful opportunity to teach the children about being grateful, compassionate, and kind, and then providing different service projects for them. So the really beautiful piece about these programs were that we offered a service learning component for every single time that we got together. So if the Humane Society came to visit us, we would create age-appropriate dog toys or Adopt Me bandanas. When we first started in 2008, we were one club in one elementary school. And as the kids grew out of these programs, and these programs worked, these kids were really understanding how grateful they were, to be mindful about how they're speaking and acting, and to show kindness and give back. And month after month after month, they met different organizations, they did different service projects, and they felt good doing it. So we knew these programs were working, and as these kids were graduating out of school, their parents and family members wanted them to have it in their middle schools. And other schools became interested because they saw their children or their classmates or their family members really showing up in a different way. There was a culture of kindness that spread throughout Sunrise Park Elementary in 2008. So because of all of the family members and people who asked me to have these programs in other schools, I created a curriculum, started bringing people into my home, trained them. Second Kindness Club started, third, fourth, fifth, and I could go on and on.
And that was in what year?
So 2008 is our first club. Around 2012, I started training other people to become ambassadors and provide this programming for their schools and their community. 2014, we became a foundation. And something really big happened around 2016. We saw the evolution of human beings. I'm going to be honest with you. These kids were transforming. The bully of the school walked in, not so nice and kind, and he walked out, namaste, Miss Laura, opening doors for his teachers, taking care of his classmates. We really did see transformation in these kids during these programs. But we also saw that they were going back into their classrooms where their classmates and teachers weren't getting the same information.
Because this was a club, this wasn't throughout the school.
It was an after-school program at the time. At the same time, we heard a lot about social emotional learning. And so we thought, what a great idea. We can now educate ourselves, bring in the professionals, and bring in social emotional learning and teach these kids how to get through life. Teach them about the information that's coming in. Listen, it's great to be kind and to give back, but if we're not taking care of ourselves first, really taking care of ourselves first, then all of that is not that important. So now we have monthly programs. Every single month is a different topic to empower our students and empower our community. So for example, September might be optimistic thinking. December is relationship skills. November is self-awareness. We've got different topics every month so that we can really empower our children, kids and teens and adults as well, how to powerfully get through this thing called life. So we have this service learning component. We've got contributing to local organizations, and now we're really empowering these kids with information to have them be happy and be kind.
How many schools are you in?
So pre-pandemic, we were over 100 programs in 12 states.
12 states?
12 states. We've had international interest as well, but we're taking it slow. So when the pandemic hit, we all went into our homes and we quickly pivoted to provide all of our programming online, which actually, even though we didn't have 100 plus clubs anymore, we did have a different reach. So now we're reaching people in other countries. So now we have online programs for all age groups, and we've got hundreds of children from all over the country joining in on these programs. So now, this year, we've got online programming and live programming. We've got kids all around the country joining our programs, and we're in brick and mortar as well.
I gotta ask, you're reaching the kids families, or a combination of both?
Well, now we have programming for children and adults as well. Back in the day, when the Palm Beach County Police Sheriff's Department came to me and said, we love what you're doing with the kids, but you need to do this for the parents. Because these parents are driving us. And I said, listen, with all due respect, I'm going to talk to the kids, but the kids will teach the parents. And they did. And many parents did come to me to say, I don't know what you're teaching my kids, but they've got me in line now. They're telling me to put my phone down. They're telling me to be respectful to the cross guard walker. So the kids were learning, and the kids were teaching their teachers and their parents. And that's when we really understood how important it was to bring this programming into the schools and into the classrooms. And around, I believe it was 2018, we got a grant from Florida. The Florida State gave us a really nice, big, juicy grant, thank you very much, which enabled us to bring our programming and train all of the teachers in the schools to bring it into their classrooms. I mean, huge. There's no reason why we shouldn't have kindness curriculum in every school, in every classroom, so that the teachers are getting it and the children are getting it, and we're all working together.
Did you have any idea when you started this one program in 2008, I'm assuming one of your kids must have been at that elementary school, that it would grow to this, or that the country, the nation, the world actually needed this?
Yes.
You did?
I did. I mean, I saw it. I felt it. I know. Listen, honestly, I wanted my children to be in the classrooms with other nice children. And so that happened. And I remember sitting in the back of a meeting one day. Now, this is maybe 5 years in. And I remember sitting in the back thinking, how lucky these 55 children are right now. But shame on me for not offering it to all children. Because really, this is a conversation for all human beings everywhere, regardless of where we live, what our religion is, what our color is. I really want human beings to understand the value of who we are and who each of everyone else is. So I want to know my own value and my own worth, but I also want to know yours and shine a light on that and respect that. And I talk to the kids a lot about unity, that we are supposed to be different. I'm not supposed to be like Dawn or Linda. I'm supposed to be like Laura. So I want us all to celebrate our differences. I want us all to learn from each other, grow from each other. And I talk to the kids and I explain to them, I know sometimes it's easier to gravitate to a human that looks like you, talks like you, acts like you, and agrees with you, but that's not why we're here. We're here to grow and evolve and explore and celebrate differences.
You know what's so interesting? You started this for the kids in an after-school program for the kids. all the kids, interacting with the kids. I only know you from the community as working with adults, and you haven't worked with adults. And this is the amazing thing for me is I've seen you at Yoga Fest. I've seen you at the spas around town. I've seen your magnets on the cars around town. So many people are always talking about you, and these are my peers, not the kids. So the difference you have made, if I'm thinking of you doing this as an adult through the community, and you're doing this with the kids, you're reaching more people than you even realize. Sorry. You have touched more lives than you realize in all of these years, and what a gift. Mom, I have to ask your mom, Linda, while you take a breath, did you have any idea Laura was going to create such incredible kindness and change our community?
I didn't know, but I'm not surprised. I had value. I saw all the value in what she was doing, and I saw it growing steadily and becoming so important. And I remember talking, Laura, about that you were teaching the children, but you were seeing the parents transformed as well.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
And there was a program early on called Super Samaritans that people of my age, we would go once a month and do something, a good deed for a charity every month. So it was more wide range than you're talking about right now.
Yes, it did start with the kids. And then I remember one of the, Paula Harris, I think it was, said, I'm not a kid, but I want to play. I want to do what you're doing. And really was the beginning of me realizing that this is not just for the little ones. It is for the adults. We want to be kind just like the kids. We want to find our own self-worth. I want to understand how to have powerful relationships, be optimistic. I want, if I could give every single human being in the world one of the tools that we have. And we have, when you become an ambassador, you go through a training online, and then you have an arsenal of tools to help you provide this programming. And these tools are everything from breathing to movement to meditation to really help us get through life. So if I could give this to one person, thank you. I was moved by your words. Thank you so much, Dawn. I do this for all of us. I do this. My hope is that we leave the world a better place. And we are. And we are changing lives. And we are transforming education. And we are providing tools and curriculum and programs that are changing and saving lives. And I am so proud of it and so grateful to be here with you today.
I mean, you are proof that one person can make a difference. And it can just start with one. It can just start with one.
Mm-hmm. And I tell the kids that anything is possible. Find your bliss. What makes you happy, and do that, because I just did what made me happy. I followed my bliss, my soul's passion, and I want the kids to know, and I want all people to know that anything is possible. Follow your bliss. Find your why. Why are you here? What lights you up? You two certainly do that every day and make a huge difference in the world. So thank you.
So it is our pleasure. It's so exciting to have you. So, and now, Mom, we got to talk to Linda Barrett's Kindness Angels.
Yes.
When did you start that?
Well, that was about, I would say, last October only.
A couple months ago, October?
No.
A year ago, October. Okay.
A year ago, October. It actually started generically because we were actually kindness givers and working with the underprivileged children at Florence Fuller and giving them programs that just made them happy. Carnivals and parties and all kinds of magicians, and teaching them kindness and compassion at the same time. But when the pandemic came, we weren't able to go into the school. So I knew Kindness Matters was doing a program of making sandwiches for the homeless and hungry over at St. Gregory's Church. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna do that. So I made them and I delivered them, and Gina Valley, who was the head of the program, happened to have taken them from me, and at that time she was talking to me about a need for some coffee at the church, that they don't really have any. So I said, well, I think I could put that out on social media and get some coffee. So I did, and I was overwhelmed to see how much coffee and coffee makers, and I brought it back to Gina. And she said, oh, I'm so happy you are here right now, because I have one woman who's going from homelessness into her first apartment, and she's coming Sunday, and I can give her this coffee pot. She really wanted a coffee pot. I said, really? I said, what else does she need? And she said, well, she really needs kitchen things. So I put it out into social media again, and we equipped the kitchen for this family. And I began to see how much we could accomplish together as a community. And the next time, Gina just kept feeding me, because the next time she said to me, you know, when everybody comes for lunch and it's cold out.
I gotta meet Gina.
Oh, she's amazing, amazing. She said, you know, they're so cold, they're like shivering, and they're trying to get that one ray of sunshine before they come into church to get their food, and they could really use blankets. I said, okay, I'm on it. And so that really started the collections that are like so huge now. And so every month we would collect something that was an essential need. It could have been sunscreen. It could have been a hat to protect them from the sun. It didn't really matter, but it was always something. It could be a can of soup so they could carry around with a flip top so they could carry around in their backpacks, that type of thing. And it just kept going like this. And the next time I came, she was talking about her wife, Rose, who's an amazing human being. She doesn't even work for the church, but she would every Sunday make a huge, like a gourmet hearty meal for about 125 homeless and hungry people. And she was kind of saying it's a lot for Rose, and I said, well, I think my angels could make one for 1 week. And I hang up the phone and I said, oh my God, what did I do? We had about 18 angels at the time. But sure enough, we rallied and we made a great veal parmesan meal and pasta and desserts and all these kind of things. And everybody was so excited to do it. That was the main thing.
And this is all donation?
Completely. Because of COVID, everybody cooked in their own home.
Wow. And
on the second Saturday of the month, we bring it to St. Gregory's along with our essential needs. And it's so easy for each of them, but nobody is asked to do very much. You know, and what happened was I was getting everybody thanking me for giving them a purpose and a reason, especially during, you know, the times when they're home so much during COVID. So it really just kept on going and building. Today we have over 250 angels.
That's amazing.
So you can imagine what we can do for the community. Wow. And my new vision for the new year is that we select a charity each month and highlight them, in addition to doing what we are doing for St. Gregory's. So for instance, the pajama program, Bobby Rini. 1 month I will devote to that, and we will collect just pajamas, because their philosophy is no child should go to bed without a new book and a new pair of pajamas. So, and she just told me, she said, and leave the tags on, because none of these children get to pull tags off. They never have that. You know, so another month we're going to do for Sandra Seiden and Personal Ponies.
I'm thinking the tag thing, the things you take for granted in life.
I know.
All right, I just ripped off my dry cleaning tag, and I said right this morning, what is with this tag? But you don't even realize that tag, that new tag, or a new book, that the pages aren't, where the binder isn't worn, is something new, and that just belongs to them.
Exactly. Wow. Exactly.
And we made sandwiches, the peanut butter and jelly.
For the church.
For St. Gregory's.
Oh, how great.
It went through our Kids in Capes, through mini mitzvahs.
Oh, wonderful.
So that's one of the shows that we produce on Thursday nights. They're live on WNN, and they were doing PB&J. So you all sat in the back. How many hundreds of sandwiches we did? A couple weeks we dropped them off on Sunday mornings.
You dropped them.
I dropped them off on Sunday mornings.
We packed them and you dropped them. You know, it's interesting. In the day, when I was coaching young kids, we started a program called Leaders. And the way it happened was, a guy made me a head coach to a baseball team with no experience. He gave me a football and a baseball. He said, here, you're the coach, because he had to take a job somewhere. And he left New York. And I look at all these 14 kids that I had in baseball, and I didn't know what to do. I couldn't get their attention. I couldn't get, you know, this is a game of me versus them. They don't know me. They don't trust me. They got mom that they play for. They don't pay for me. So I had to come up with a different concept. So I made it a leaders concept, very similar to what you guys do, because I figured that I was going to have a team, not this year, but the year after and the year. And these kids that stay behind, the ones that don't graduate, have to teach the newer kids. I mean, this is the way my mind thinks. So the Leaders Program, you had to bring me your report card. And Little League Baseball sent me a letter, you can't do that. I says, I can do anything I want. That doesn't mean they're not going to play. But I already know that if you're not doing well in school in that discipline, how are you going to be doing well with what I'm about to put you through? And it was really tough to play for me. First practice, hello, what's your name? You know how I am with names. So I used to put tape on their helmets or hats because I couldn't remember their names. I said, all right, give me 2 miles. And the parents were, what are you doing? This is supposed to be an after school event. I said, you let me do what I do. And at the end of the year, if I do not do what I say I'm going to do, if I don't produce what I say, I will give you your money back because you have to pay for the program. What a long way it's come to what you ladies are doing, that concept. I mean, I got to tip my hat because we didn't have programs in the day. Some of us decided to I coached over 3,000 kids in my life. And I've won championships and they've won trophies. And no, not everybody gets a trophy. You had to earn to keep. And keep was the magic. When my son walks through that door, he'll tell you. My dad always said, winning it today doesn't mean you're going to have it tomorrow. He'll tell you. And you got to keep this up because you take this with you for the rest of your life. It's the same program we have running in here with the interns. It's about the tomorrow. So your program is about to stay. I see all the greatness of what it's doing today, but you're going to be changing lives for the next 20 years.
If you go back to the kids that you started with, and have you talked to some of these kids that you first started with and where they are and how it's changed their life?
Oh, definitely. Some of them have gone on to start their own foundations. I mean, really life-changing work. So I've seen the success. I've heard of the success. I'm so proud of, Mom and I are here right now, but we stand beside hundreds of men and women who do this with us. We're not alone. We have so many, to name them all, we would be here all day. But I just want to shout out to all the men and women and children who really stand by our side and do this with us. It takes a village.
You have changed so many lives, and I would love to hear from some of those kids that are now grown up in the foundation that they've started, and to see, because that pebble, you were that first pebble, and the amount of ripples and lives that you've positively changed, and not just the kids and they've grown up, but their parents, and every life touches another life, and then how they're going to interact with their children going forward, and that you have the tools right now. And I want to take a commercial break. Can you guys stay a little bit? Yes. I want to take a commercial break, and when we come back, I want to talk about the tools, because it's great to be in a closed setting. You've got your 55 best friends around you, and you're in meditation and you're in peace. But when life hits you, how do you take all the tools and how do we go forward, especially now? What are some of the tools that we need to get us through and stay kind and compassionate and in gratitude? All right, Ryan, we're going to try this again. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. Slick, check your A-buses, and we will be right back.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again.
I don't hear anything.
We get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify
right
for a
now,
free
more than
house
100
inspection at 954-669-4935.
Adopted from foster care, the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption works around the clock to find them the permanent loving homes they deserve.
Justin Mooney is special counsel.
Learn more at
Florida
davethomasfoundation.org.
Howard and Cattell Attorneys. Justin's practice focuses on tax, estate planning, guardianship, probate, and trust administration. His passion is to provide clients with sophisticated estate plans which carry out their wishes, reduce any potential taxes, and preserve wealth for future generations. The attorneys of Hinman, Howard, and Cattell provide first-class legal services and have achieved a reputation for excellence for over a century, staying on the leading edge of the law. When you need representation or legal counsel, contact Justin Mooney at 561-276-1008 or jmooney@hhk.com.
A successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
Like
Hopefully
you're not
it
as
worked
tall,
out.
they adjusted you, so now you and I are more of the same size.
No, I'm tall. I rise to the occasion.
And we are back live.
And that would be it sounds like...
It is the lunch hour, the
That's
brunch
not what it
hour.
sounds like to me.
What is for lunch today? What is for brunch?
I don't want to
I'm
tell
going
you.
to talk about that on the next day. I went to a restaurant that you recommended, and I teased you. I must apologize.
I recommended?
Yes, and I went, why would you go there? And I went there, and I'm like, wow.
Which restaurant was that?
I can't tell you that. We'll talk
that's
about that on
no
the next
fun.
day. We're going to talk about it on the next hour, because I'm going to call them and talk to the owner and see if we can bring
I
some
recommend it because I go to a lot of restaurants.
I know, and I don't. It needed to be, I'm going to give you a quiz. It needed to be not around people, outdoors, spacious. And I had to sit outside.
Don't know what the hell you're talking about.
So when you start thinking, we're going to play like 20 questions.
God help
You're
us.
welcome back. Give us a call on WWNN or write in. Jill's writing in. People are writing in hearts, and they love you guys. 888-565-1470. We've got Laura and Linda joining us from Kindness Matters 360 and Kindness Angels. And when we went to commercial break, you said Linda was telling me there's an important concept I want to get out. It's about playing bigger. And well, I'm thinking one thing in my head about playing bigger. I want to know what that means to you.
Okay, wonderful. So I was involved with Kindness Matters, obviously, from the very beginning, and I was working with Super Samaritans and doing all those kind of things. So I was involved. But I had one summer about 6 years ago where I was struggling. I had a situation in my life where I was struggling. And Laura said to me, Mom, why don't you play a little bigger? And I said, well, what does that mean? She said, why don't you start a club of your own? And she gave me some suggestions which really didn't resonate with me. But I woke up the next morning knowing that I want to go into Florence Fuller and work with the children there, and it became a full-fledged program. And what I found was the people, the angels that were working to help the children were getting at least as much or more satisfaction out of it than the kids. A hole was being filled. They needed something in their lives, and this was doing it because they felt so good about themselves, that they were spreading joy and giving back. So I just say to anybody out there that's struggling now, I know it's a very difficult time we're going through, just let us know, and we can give you something that'll make you feel so good, and that's so easy to do. It's so easy to do what we're doing, and we would love to be part of your lives and you to be part of our lives.
And there's a lot of people that are struggling right now. And I want to talk, we have a couple minutes left, about some tools, because it's great when you and I are hearing the magic of what we are so gifted to be able to do and spread messages and stories that you have. But sometimes when you go out in the world and there's speed bumps and people aren't so kind and businesses are closing and there are people that have to pay their rent now, student loans are coming back due. There are struggles out there. Are there some tools and tips that you teach that maybe you could share a couple with us?
Definitely. So there's a ton of different tools and tips that I have, that we have. And again, like I said, once you become an ambassador and you get immersed in this programming, you're open to all of it. You see all of it. What I'm finding, I have definitely personally been going through my own interestingly anxiety-ridden times. We all are together. And what I know now is that these tools and tips are so subjective. So my go-to tools prior to this time don't really work anymore. I've had to kind of recreate what works for me now, which is really interesting. And I want to share that because a breathing technique that might work for me might not work for Mom. But there might be another movement technique that works for you that doesn't work for me. So it is very subjective. So we have everything from alternate nostril breathing. We have so many different kinds of breathing techniques to help calm the mind. Movement techniques. There's journaling. There's something that I called reframing. And these things are from really easy, like alternate nostril breathing, journaling, to things that we really have to get skilled on and practice. I spoke to you earlier about my gratitude, compassion, kindness. It's a secret formula that I use and a really quick version of it, and you can all use it. It's gratitude, compassion, kindness, and it's a formula. In any situation, usually the ones that you're upset about, if you use this, the first thing you want to do is presence gratitude. What am I grateful for in that moment? Compassion. Am I speaking and acting in a way that empowers me and supports the other person? And am I showing kindness? And I'm going to give you a really quick example. Driving in the streets in Florida, not all drivers stay in their lanes. And there's this one day, and it happened to me recently, where I was driving, minding my own business, listening to my music, beautiful day in sunny Florida, and a crazy driver comes out of nowhere, swerving. It was a very potentially scary, hectic time. But I had my gratitude, compassion, kindness. Everyone settled on the road. Gratitude. Okay, I'm grateful. There were no accidents. No one got hurt. I'm still driving. I have a car. My body works. I can drive. I can afford a car, like on and on. The more gratitude, the more you notice you'll start to calm down. Compassion. I hope that person's okay. I hope he's not having a heart attack. Maybe there's a pregnant woman in the car. Like, really be careful about how I'm thinking and judging and that putting out that energy. Compassion, kindness. We get to the red light. He's right there next to me. He didn't get any further. I look, there's no pregnant woman. But what I did was I prayed for him. And the light turned red, and I let him go, hoping that he gets to where he needs to get to safely and with everybody else safely. So that was a potentially very upsetting moment for me, where I could have spent the entire day, weeks and months, talking about this crazy maniac and poor me and all. But instead, I presenced gratitude, compassion, kindness, sent him on his way, and felt really good about it. Now, that's a story, but you really, gratitude, compassion, kindness, everybody listening, share this with your friends, use it on your own. It's just a formula. But some other tools are breathing, movement, yoga, exercise, meditation, journaling, talking, communication.
Panache d'Azay.
Panache d'Azay. Panache d'Azay.
I see patience turning the other cheek, more patience, and then I say patience.
Patience.
What did you just say? Coming from you?
Coming from her.
Sometimes the best we can do is just the best we can. The best we can do is the best we can do. In the moment, being patient, being kind, and finding your purpose, I think, is one of the greatest things. We're all here for a reason. Every single one of us valuable, important, and here for a reason. Find that and do that. The universe will figure it all out. I promise.
You know, it's funny because there's so much fear going on right now that you talk about road rage or you talk something happens and the first thing people are very defensive, you know, because they don't want to step out of their car. They don't want to get into switching paperwork for insurance. They don't want none of that. And so people get angry and the voice goes up. And when the voice goes up, the temperatures flare. I saw a car in front of me that the wheel popped off and the guy veered to the right. He's lucky he didn't kill himself. And everybody around me was trying to get to the same spot. I just pulled over. It's 4 car accidents. Because instead of slowing down, they speed up. Is that when you got to make that turn and there's a guy far away or girl, and all of a sudden they speed up so that you can't do it? I mean, what is going on with us?
I don't know why people do that. I've seen people speeding up to not let somebody in. I don't know why we do that. But I want to offer this. If we could all just treat each other the way we want to be treated. Just stop for a moment and think about how you want to be treated and treat each other with gratitude, compassion, and kindness. I do believe the work that we are doing today is laying the groundwork for a better future for our children.
Amen.
I really do.
How do people find you, reach you, your website?
KM365.org. KM365.org. We're on Kindness Matters 365. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. Lots of social media platforms. But visit our website, KM365.org. It is so exciting and so impressive. There's a ton of information. Become an ambassador. Become a Kindness Angel. There's everybody and anybody can participate, regardless of your age.
Or an angel.
Yes.
Let's
Even
get one
I
in
can
every
make
class.
peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Well, you know, but it's the message sent. Everybody, let's get one in every class. You know, the kids are going back to school.
How about one
the
in every
mask is a
office?
problem.
How about one everywhere? Like,
Everyone in every class. I want one in every class, all over Florida.
Agreed.
And then from there, it will spread. The problem is that fear is bigger than common sense. Fear is bigger than faith. And we've had this conversation. Yes. You can't have faith where there's fear. And you got to sort of get rid of the fear. Tough assignment right now. The masks are a problem. Kids are a problem. How are you going to look at a blackboard and learn when you got to worry about whether this guy's coughing? Right. And here we go.
Kindness, compassion, and gratitude.
Good way to start
Ladies,
the year.
Thank you so much for joining us. Wow, it has been a pleasure. And the whole hour or so, oh my goodness, so much more to come. I hope maybe we can become ambassadors or we can somehow align with Kindness Matters and Kindness Angels, whatever we can do at the cafe. And I know WWNN and Jody will be more than happy to participate in all of this.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful 2022.
Happy
we are
New
going
Year.
to end our radio segment of this. We're going to keep rolling on our streaming side of it. Have a happy 2022, everyone. Thank you again for your patience and our technical difficulties as we go on WNN. But how do you like kicking off our new year like this?
I love it. We'll see you on Wednesday for some more of this craziness.
All right, so we're going to end it, and we're going to keep streaming. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Be kind.
Yes, commercial.
And close.
And put the commercial and, close. And the close, I guess. Yeah.
Got to do it. All right. Welcome
commercial.
To Slick.
Close. Go to close.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2.
Sponsored program were strictly
If
those
you
of its
missed
hosts,
some of the
guests,
last
and
one
callers,
today,
and not
Joe
necessarily
and Freddie
those
S
of
will
the
bring you
station, its
more
staff,
good cheer
management, or
next
sponsors.
time.
Whether you're at home or on the go,
You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV
on your
to
smartphone,
rewatch every
Roku,
minute of the show.
LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's
We'll
Odyssey.
see you next time.
Enchanting, whimsical. Artist Gina Bella is always creating artwork based on real stories and emotions, expressed through Italian papers, paints, flowers, metals, and clay. Her feelings and stories come to life. Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, Gina Bella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes, family Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on Gina Bella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. I am so glad today we got an early start. Where are we headed anyway?
Who knows? Wherever this glorious day takes us, and we'll take Don Pablo along too. Rich and flavorful with low acidity and notes of caramel. No matter where you're going or where you end up, Don Pablo never disappoints.
Excuse me, is that Don Pablo coffee?
Sure is.
Do you have any more?
Sure do. Then hop in.
No matter where life takes you, Don Pablo Coffee is always there to pick you up.
There was a noise from somewhere deep. We heard the sound, it was bittersweet. Voices calling out from an aching heart, getting so much closer by staying apart, singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard, I feel what you feel. We will survive, we will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. The streets are empty, but the sky is clear. You want somebody and can't have them near. Taking shelter where you can when the world is at stake. Alone together, trying hard not to break. Singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard, I feel what you feel. We will survive, we will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. A song for the lonely, the tired and the weary. A song for the broken, the mighty. Can you hear me? Get beyond our pride and greed. Share everything that we need. We won't be ignored. We will be restored. Singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard, I feel what you feel. We will survive, we will stay strong. 'Cause love is the word, and hope is the song.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
What is wrong with that guy?
It's Monday is all I can say.
Monday.
Monday.
Maybe he was doing more on the New Year's than...
Well, we got to find out what everyone was doing. We kicked off our brunch show today. Happy New Year, everyone. It is our 12 o'clock show now. We kicked off our first brunch show today live on WWNN.
You did it with kindness.
Got to kick it off with kindness. That's our hashtag of the year, guys. Alana, kick it off with kindness. Maybe we can kick it with kindness. Kick it with kindness. How do you like that? Kicking off our 2022 with kindness. But we're going to hashtag that.
You're going to hashtag.
That is going to be our theme of the year. Kick it with kindness.
Theme of the year.
Kindness matters. I'm really excited because
kindness matters.
I've seen Laura all over the community. I haven't seen her, but her posting and what her organization does. And it was really an honor to have her and her mom here talking about it.
I like it.
Kindness
How
matters.
do you like my earbud?
I'm trying not to look at it because it looks like you've got something growing out of your ear. No, it's not crooked. It's just a big black earbud coming out of your ear.
How's that?
Much better. Georgia would be proud.
I got an earbud now.
You've come a long way.
Do you know why?
Why?
I can hear the show. Now I hear all of Slick's imperfections.
How can you listen and talk at the same time?
Because I am ambidextrous. I can move a foot and a hand at the same time.
Happy New Year, everyone. Happy 2022
Is that
from
the right
Brooklyn
word?
Cafe. Not at all.
It is?
Left and right, if you can use.
What do you mean left and right?
Ambidextrous.
So what am I?
You're right-handed.
I'm left-handed too.
Are you? Then I guess
Hey,
you're
look, I got a left hand.
That's all I can tell you. Kindness Matters 365. We got our crew, and we've got some new crew members joining us that we're going to see how their New Year is. We've got some long-term members with us who are home for winter break, so it's a perfect opportunity to check in with our crew, see how they spent their New Year's, and maybe what their kindness, gratitude, and compassion wishes are for 2022.
Yeah.
You want to say wishes, and then we get to
That's
look,
what we got there.
and then we get to look into the archives of last year.
I got to see what we wrote last year.
I don't know. Have you thought about what you want to write for this year?
Probably the same thing I wrote last year. Just going to drop the paper in there again.
Oh my gosh. So we've got our crew with us. We've got Bailey, we've got Marty, and we've got Haley. So listen carefully.
You got
because we
Bailey, Marty,
and
Haley.
Bailey and Haley.
Sounds like a bad cookie.
Bailey, Haley.
Bailey, Marty, Haley. Bing, ba-ding, bing, bing.
I got to tell you, it's been, sometimes I think this has been a rougher year than when COVID first hit as far as what it's doing to people emotionally and businesses. And
Well, this one, this virus now that's going around is like the flu. So it doesn't kill you, it just makes you sick, and it's very contagious. Well, I just got 4 texts of people in house that are sick. But you walk through a cloud and you get sick. The other one, the Delta, was more you had to be in direct contact. So I don't know how you can bob and weave. What is it? Duck and weave?
Duck and weave, bob and weave.
But you know, again, and people that I know that got sick were wearing masks and everything else. So I'm going back and asking for the helmet. You laughed at me. They have it at House and Design or whatever that store is.
Really?
Yeah, they got that big bubble helmet that you go underwater with. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. A scuba
gear?
Yeah.
I'm going to go get it. I'm going to wear that.
You're going with scuba gear. Well, let's check in with our crew over there. How are you doing, Bailey?
Oh, I'm doing A-okay.
How was your New Year's? Happy 2022 to you.
Well, happy 2020 to you too. Well, I thought I was gonna break it for a second. I spent New Year's with my family. We had a nice dinner. It was my grandma came. I invited one of my friends. We had filet mignon. I missed the ball drop, which.
Did you sleep?
Kind of.
Freddie missed it too. Don't feel
You
bad.
ate too much and you fell asleep, right?
Wait, what?
You ate too much and fell asleep?
Not exactly. I actually kind of lost track what time I went to bed. I think like 2?
So how'd you miss the ball drop?
I couldn't find it on TV. I looked everywhere.
I don't think the ball dropped.
It dropped like a Spalding.
I did not see a ball. I saw the countdown. Did anyone see a ball drop?
I saw it.
I didn't have ABC on.
The Dick Clark special, Channel 13. In my
I had
house.
Ryan Seacrest on.
He was there. That's
I
him.
did not see a ball.
That's the one.
I missed the ball.
I never knew what channel was on. My mom
Channel
would always
Monty,
just
did you see the ball drop? What'd you do for New Year's?
No. I was driving back to my mom's house on New Year's. You think Florida drivers are bad? Like, you're driving home at like 4 in the morning, you see the uglier side of Florida.
Where were you driving him from?
95. They just live like 2 exits away from each
From
other.
Orlando?
No. From like Lantana to like West Palm and stuff like that.
He
At
can't
4 in
hear
the
'cause
morning?
He's got an earbud in.
At 4 in the morning. I hear it. She didn't say it. At 4 in the morning, you're not going to find anything good at 4 in the morning.
True that.
You should have stayed put till 6 o'clock.
There's a saying where it's like, nothing ever good happens. Nothing good
After
ever
12.
happens after 12.
Amen
So
to that.
I learned my lesson.
So where did you spend New Year's at?
I spent it at my dad's house. It's really funny because a lot of the kids are just blowing up fireworks, and you know you're an adult when that's no longer fun, and you're just thinking about cleaning up the mess in the morning.
Wow.
So
What a statement. She's so right. You know you're an adult when you got to clean up the mess those fireworks leave behind.
That's how I felt about Christmas decorations. You know you're an adult when. That's a small win.
You've been cleaning all morning. You're like on another planet today. Haley, what did you do for...
So it was my friend's birthday on the 30th. So her family like threw this big party. It was kind of like a New Year's party, but also like they had a cake because it was Olivia's birthday too. And so we went to like this really bougie house.
Bougie house? What's
it was
that mean?
really expensive, like probably like the nicest house I've ever been in.
Really?
Yeah.
You got friends in high places.
But it was pretty much all adults, and me and Olivia were just like walking around, kind of just floating around with her mom, and like it was okay. Like,
Did you see the ball drop?
Yeah, we did. They did like a whole big thing for the ball drop. They put on like a TV outside and champagne and like all this stuff.
Did
and like
you
they
have
had a
fun?
DJ. No, I thought it was so cool. I was like, I don't care that I'm like kind of bored because like
Kind of bored? Kind of bored.
Did you see the host? Okay, so now it's Dick Clark with Ryan Seacrest. The woman who had tight ponytail and had this great like gray faux fur coat on.
No.
They tell me she's like a YouTube influencer.
Yeah.
Anyone see her?
Was
I've
it
never heard of her.
was it Liza Koshy?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She was amazing. Come on. Did you like her, Alana?
Yeah.
You know her. Oh.
I know of her, Alana.
I love her hair. I love her
Her
makeup.
hair gave me a headache. It
It
was
would
too
give
tight.
you. Oh my gosh! I'm thinking I want to do that, but I would have like a migraine.
And
I
the
know.
fur was way over the top.
It was New Year's.
Way over the top.
Everyone was in masks,
Everybody was masked and had to be vaccinated, the 15,000 they let in.
which they really kept it nice. And then, so here's the funny thing: you watch in New York, everyone social distance, right? Everybody was masked and vaccinated and whatever they had to do there. And then you look at Miami, Bayfront Park. It was
Miley Cypress.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
Not a mask
Cyrus,
to be
not
seen.
Cypress.
Did you see?
The Michigan game
Yes.
at the Orange Bowl.
Nobody was masked.
Nobody's wearing masks, and they wonder why Florida,
Including the refs.
including anybody, including the people in the stands. It's outside, and
And then the
No
next
masks.
day, 500,000 people got sick. I wonder why. They were all at the Orange Bowl. But the Cyrus thing, the crazy.
Cyrus?
Yeah, did you see her New Year's party?
I didn't.
In
I just
Miami?
saw. I saw the party. Yeah, amount of
Did you
people
see
and no
her?
one wearing a mask. I didn't see her.
What?
She had a nip slip.
A
on
zip
live
flip,
TV.
really?
Yeah, but she ain't got, she doesn't have anything there to
top?
really look at. Yeah.
The top unzipped?
Yeah.
Yeah, her
Really?
It
top
came out.
undid.
She had a boobylicious moment.
Speaking of which.
But it wasn't very boobylicious. It was
Janet
kinda, put that back.
Janet Jackson
No,
has
Janet.
a new book coming out.
Watch out now. Janet is something else. But
Well,
she
that
did
was- remember
boobylicious.
that?
She did boobylicious.
She's got a new book
Every
coming out.
child I know has a poster of that in their room.
So bad. But we want to talk, you want to open up 2021 first, or do we want to talk about 2022 first?
You can do it because I got to figure out how to open this anyway.
So last year on New Year's, we had all of our interns, producers, everyone, we're going to do it again this year, put in their resolutions or their wishes or whatever they wanted to put in for 2021. We said we would open them today. However, I think you should only open them if you know who they are.
They have their names on them.
Yeah? You're
Yeah.
going to read them all?
This one is yours.
I was going to say that's my handwriting.
This says Dawn.
Oh, God.
So shall we read Dawn's first?
Yes. Let's do it.
I don't even remember what I wrote.
I wish for a year filled with good friends, family.
Can't read it.
Ease and flow of positive financial opportunities coming to fruition.
Here you go.
May 2021 be a year of good health, love, and magical dreams coming true.
I'll get it for you. That's pretty much me. I could write the same thing for this year. No, I got more for this year. We're going
No.
back to the paper towels.
Oh, God.
Hey, Lauren. Hearts.
Now, this is Taylor Travanovich,
Ah,
12/31/2020.
TikTok Taylor.
She even has a time on it. Graduate in the fall, mission accomplished. Start my own show, mission accomplished. Gain more confidence
Mission
in my
accomplished.
abilities such as video editing, mission accomplished.
Yep.
Stand up for myself more when I should. Mission accomplished. And it's right here. The evidence
Wow.
is right here.
How about that?
Because I couldn't make that up even if I wanted to.
TikTok Taylor. She just graduated. She put Comcast commercials out.
She's actually was a.
Is that you? I see an F.
This is mine. It says, I wish to open a bigger, huge studio.
Okay.
Well, this was opened.
Yes, it was open. Nothing about love and compassion or kindness, no.
None at all. I leave that for you.
Me
Unicorns.
and my fairies.
You and the unicorns. This one is, I wish for world peace and health and lots of success, but they didn't sign it.
Oh, that's interesting.
It looks like slick.
I don't think it's your handwriting.
No, this is a girl's handwriting,
Yeah. A lot of cursive letters.
meaning script.
Yes.
Slick doesn't write script. He
I wonder if
writes-
Slick put one in. So we're gonna when we're done with this, you girls, we're on going to write them for this year going forward.
This is Teddy. In 2021, I wish to start to work with a TV production, real TV station, and host more radio shows. That was Teddy.
She did do more hosting.
She did. Half accomplished. Half accomplished. Real radio, real TV. That's what I wish. Real television. Oh, whoever did this one folded up a nice block. I wish for blank.
That could have been Slick. That
They
could have
forgot
very
to
well been
put
Slick.
something on it. That could have been. I don't know who was here because
We had a lot of people here.
there's a lot of papers. My wish. Health is first. I'm not there yet. My dream last week has stayed with me. Wish to come true. Now this is another girl's handwriting.
Yes, that's an adult. That's not a producer. That's got to be a guest that was in here. This is like mom handwriting. My wish.
I guess we got to be more specific when you ask the kids to write. Valerie, my wish is to find my way to a new job to support myself and be happy. Well, at the old job she got bigger.
She got a manager, correct?
She got a manager. So I guess be careful what you wish for.
Correct. True.
Better for Blue and me. more deals grow, expand.
That sounds like you.
More deals opening. This is BQ. B?
B? Better for Blue and me. I don't know. B. Maybe it was B?
B.
B? B?
Who is often expanding
Is
on.
that our last one?
This is the last one.
All right. After this, we're going to commercial break. We come back. We get to do them all again.
My 2021 wish. This is Jay Harmon.
See, that had to have been an adult.
I wish to emerge as both an artist and an online instructor, to be prosperous in both, to discover new directions.
And he did. He did. He did a lot of Skillshare this past year.
He did a ton of Skillshare.
He did that great picture we have in the back that we're going to talk about today a little bit.
I gotta ask you, where did this thing come from? This envelope, this
jar.
Jar. About 5 years ago.
It came from the Bahamas hurricane relief. Someone dropped it off to raise money for that.
And the money is still in here.
The money is still there. So it's kind of like our wishing jar. With the pineapple on for hospitality. All right, you ready to take a commercial break? I'll get your ear pod for you.
Let's do that.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, let's see what 2022 has for
In
your
store.
wishing well. So you ready? Everyone's going to put in what they gratitude, compassion, kindness, and what you wish for in 2022. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
And put your name
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Here at the Brooklyn Cafe, our subjects range from hot topics, feel-good stories, and back-in-the-day nostalgia. With guest personalities and business features, you just never know who you'll see on the show. With our brew crew on set, we always air live to inspire, educate, and create. Make it a date and have a day at the cafe. Join Dawn and Freddie every weekday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. and for lunch every weekday from 12 to 2. Amplify your voice. Call us at 866-224-5422 or visit our website at brooklyncafe.tv.
2TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I break the jar.
Hey, what was that?
All right, ready to fill our jar? Our cup runneth over. For wishful things. There you go. All right, Marty, here you go. People are writing down their wishes and gratitude. Did you see the time capsule they opened up in, was it Robert E. Lee in Virginia?
No.
What they found?
Who opened it?
They were digging, and they opened up a pillar. There you go. They opened a pillar, and they found 2 time capsules. One of them, they found a newspaper, a Vanity Fair magazine, a Bible.
From what year?
1860 something.
Wow.
Pretty cool, right?
And they knew it was there?
No, they opened up this pedestal, and there it was.
Really? You ever did anything with a time capsule? You guys ever put sneakers or anything like that?
I did once.
You remember what year?
I made like a little puffball doll when I was like 8 years old, and I still have to this day buried in my grandma's like I don't know what it's called, I don't exactly know what it's called, but I know buried it somewhere in my grandma's room.
Did anybody else bury anything or just yours?
1887.
Wow.
When I was in the 5th grade, I got like this little Pringles jar, and like obviously I emptied it out. And I just put like all of my little things. Like I was a safety patrol in 5th grade, so I have my little badge there. And like I don't know what else I have. I still haven't opened it, like to this day. So.
1887. They said it was in better shape than they had anticipated. It was like floating in water, but let's see what it said. Some speculation the capsule might contain a rare historical significant photo of the deceased President Abraham Lincoln. Newspaper articles. They found some really cool stuff. Isn't that pretty amazing? That's what the beauty of time capsules.
Have you ever done anything in a time capsule?
I remember when the kids were little, Chelsea was, I want to say, in 2nd grade, they made a time capsule. She made a time capsule, and they did them at the elementary schools. So I guess when, in fact, things get dug up, they will find them.
It's funny, DeWitt Clinton High School, they did a time capsule when I was there in the 70s, and they were supposed to open it in the year 2010. But I never got an invitation.
Really? Do the time capsule?
Yeah, I threw a pair of Converse sneakers in there, brand new.
Yeah, I was talking about, remember small wins today? When you guys are grateful for things, do you only look at the big wins or small wins?
I think it's about small wins.
Quality over quantity.
Talking about the small wins, they were saying from anything from a $20 bill and an old jacket to finishing what you're watching on a TV series, it's a small wins. A poll of 2,000 Americans delved into the impact of the little successes and found that 4 in 5 have become more conscious of their small wins since the start of the pandemic. People looking for more gratitude. 87% find these wins to be crucial for powering through their days, according to the survey.
You think that people are going to be more grateful this year than last, or is it off to a flying start of no, it doesn't? It's never going to be the same.
More gratitude?
I'd say more gratitude.
You think people are going to be more grateful?
I want to say yes. I hope people will be more grateful.
Well, what does your gut tell you? What do you really feel?
I don't think people are gonna. I think people are gonna feel more entitled and stuff like that. Like the older generation. Sorry. Like look at the food service people now. Like there's really no one stands for anyone's bull anymore. Like we're in the Great Resignation right now. So if you don't treat people with respect, they'll just quit or something. I feel that's going to be the attitude moving forward.
So I got to ask, politically correct, a person shouldn't say anything.
About what?
About anything, if it's negative. In other words, if somebody says, do you like that? And you don't like it, you're supposed to say, it's okay.
No.
Yes.
You can be honest.
No,
yes.
You can't. Well, why is it that I'm not allowed to be honest?
You are. But you don't want to hurt people's feelings. If someone makes you something, a fruitcake, for today's National Fruitcake Toss Day, and you don't like it, you can maybe decline on eating it.
Or just say, thank you very much,
I'm going to pass it. Thank you very much.
Can I say I'm going to give it to somebody else?
Share it, but maybe you don't have to eat it. You don't want to insult somebody who gave you something.
nobody knows. Nobody eats
Nobody
it.
eats it. It passed along the way.
I had a fruitcake that went around for
Never-ending fruitcake.
27 years. Nobody touched it because nobody likes it. It tastes like rubber. I actually opened one once.
The never-ending fruitcake. So they're saying here in this study, when it comes to self-care, 92% of people have been exploring different methods of maintaining personal wellness. Self-care, mental wellness instead of mental illness.
Do you have mental wellness?
I have my own situations.
What does that mean?
Is it wellness? I try different, as Laura talked about today, different techniques. I've yet to really find one other than working out. Working out will help me, but I sometimes have to get out of my head to actually get motivated enough to work out.
But is it important for other people's opinion, for you to carry other people's opinion?
It's not important. I just have to learn to release it because I seem to carry a lot of people's stuff with
Well,
me
then
that
it is
doesn't really
important.
matter.
I mean, what you're saying is it is important.
No, I should not worry as
There's
much
a
as
lot
I
of
do
things we
about other
should
people's
not.
stuff. But I carry other people's opinions around probably more than I should.
Then you do. Then it's more important to you.
No, it's not important, but my body
Aye,
just holds on
who's
to
on
it.
first? What's in second? I
All
don't know who
because I
plays
do it
third.
doesn't mean it's important.
But then why would it be a burden if it's not important?
Because it's anxiety, and sometimes anxiety isn't about always good things. Sometimes it's just holding on to the
Okay,
negative things.
you and I, we're not communicating
Okay, so you know when there's situations and you and I don't always agree?
a lot of times.
All right, they're not good situations a lot of times, but yet I hold on to that negative energy. Which
No,
means,
I hold on to the negative.
Which
energy.
means it's not important, but yet it is important and it's negative. Make sense?
No. Does anybody here understand her English?
Do you hold on to things only if they serve you, or are you guys able to release that which does not serve you?
Honestly, like I do tend to have like trouble like letting go of things like letting go of things I don't really like.
So if somebody says something, you take it personally.
Well, it depends on the situation, I suppose. Like.
Okay, let's go again. If it bothers you, then you're taking it personally. Where is the gray area?
Oh yeah, if it's something that bothers me, yeah, I'll take it personally, but I won't really be open about it. I'll just like keep it to myself because like I don't really like want to cause a scene.
But then it eats you inside. You see, I don't understand this. If somebody says something negative about you, you could take it as criticism or you could take it as constructive criticism. But if it bothers you, should you tell that person, I really don't appreciate you talking to me that way?
Well, of course.
You could.
So then it does bother you.
Yeah, it does.
Sometimes I will. I was talking to my sister about
You
this.
do it to me all the time.
I was talking to my sister about this yesterday. If I knew then what I know now, would you change a last chapter of your life? Would you change a situation? Or do you feel like you're where you need to be because of that situation and how you reacted? Madi?
I wouldn't change the situation. Because, like, you had to go through it to, like, you can't, it's not, life isn't a movie. Like, you can't press rewind and just, like, skip that part. You have to go through it. But, I mean, you made it through, so you must have done something right? Right?
But let me ask you, if you don't become honest with yourself, how do you grow from it if you're going to let it be on your shoulders? How do you grow to being what you believe in? Like you said, being better to yourself, treating yourself better.
Personal care, right?
How do you do personal care if you're obviously in tune in what somebody else is saying about you?
That's the hard thing. Haley, you're in school. What's it like for you to let go of things that you might hear people say or things that don't serve you?
I learned kind of like getting out of that like high school like drama city. Everything's like chaotic all the time. Everyone's talking about each other. Like when you come to college, like there's gonna be little things here and there, but like for the most part, everyone's just trying to be an adult and trying to get their stuff together, and everyone's pretty much focused on themselves. So if anybody says anything about me or about anybody that I know, I'm just like, this person is immature and they're not trying to move forward with their life.
You have the same friends now that you did before you started college?
No. I my roommates are pretty much my friends up at college, and I have one friend, my friend Jack, that
So your
went to high
circle
school
has
with me.
changed.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing. And those are the transitions.
Well, you know, friends influence you no matter what you think. It just is what it is. I mean, I know people tell me, no, my friends don't influence me, and it isn't true. The clothing you wear, the way you speak, the way you sit, the way you drink with a little finger up, all that, all of that. Everything becomes an issue. No matter how much you say it doesn't.
Oh, speaking of which, I started watching the reboot of Sex and the City.
Yuck.
Anyone seen any of it?
Oh, I've never seen it.
I heard about it.
No.
I saw the first 2 episodes. When Slick watches it, we'll have a conversation about it. Slick seems to watch things that I watch.
He doesn't watch. He doesn't watch. He doesn't watch. You know what Slick does? Oh, yeah, I saw that. Tell me something about it. No.
I saw the first 2 episodes, and you know what happens in one of the episodes. I'm like, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to. And you know what? It's like
Why
watching.
are you going to cry? Who cries watching Sex in the City?
Because do you know that what happens on the reboot?
Because of the situation.
What happens?
He dies.
He didn't die.
Yes.
No, he didn't. He's in court.
What?
He's in court.
I mean,
for
everyone
being-
knows he dies, right? In the second episode of Sex in the City.
Do you know why they killed him off?
Why?
What do you mean why?
Because of this. This was done before.
No, they did it because this is going back in the day because he was a drunk and he was being very malicious on the set. And people are suing him. It's like the Queen of England's son, what's his name? What's
Prince
that
Philip?
maniac?
Not Prince Philip. Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew. Another maniac.
Yeah.
He's going to jail tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
He
think
has
going to jail,
pictures
but-
with all of the
Epstein's girls. Yeah.
Epstein, no, what's the other guy serving in California, the chubby fat guy that was ABC executive.
Weinstein?
Him. They got a picture of him, Epstein, the chick that he just found guilty, all huggy. Oh no, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't even know those people. What, are you kidding me?
Like I said, kindness, gratitude, and compassion.
But it's evening the score. The only question I have for you is why are they bringing it up now? Why is it a big thing now? And it wasn't a big thing back in the day when it was happening. Because he
no
was
one realized it
alive
a big-
and he was dangerous?
No one realized it was a big thing back then. All right, you want to hear this? So since the start of the pandemic, what do you think the #1 answer is that people want to do for gratitude? What do you think is most important for people?
What do I want to do for gratitude?
What has the pandemic done for you that you feel you want to maybe change or do more of?
I want to buy Play-Doh and play by myself.
Okay, yeah, so maybe that would go into unplugging from social media on a stretch.
No, that wouldn't be fun. I'd like to see people be silly.
#1 answer, anyone have any idea?
I'd say you can exercise more.
How to reduce stress.
Exercising, 42%. Yep. What'd you say,
Reduces
Marty?
stress?
How to reduce stress.
How to reduce stress. Not taking things for granted.
That's a good one.
Writing down goals, small wins, and big successes in a journal.
Lie and say I'm going to be nicer to people?
Spending more time outdoors. Unplugging from social media. But the #1 answer is ding, 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 ding. We'll go to commercial break after this. Spending quality time with loved ones.
You can't do that.
In small situations.
Oh, you go see the family, everybody gets sick.
In small situations. And again, I can't. Slick, help me out on this one. No. Glass full.
So you think now that people should go out family-wise? Really? Really?
Family's
quality time. Safely.
Yeah. I go like this to my sister who's in New York City, works for Columbia Presbyterian, and she has 5,000 COVID deaths a day. I go, hey, sis, love you. Talk to you on the other side. Are you crazy? You can't spend quality time with family right now.
You got to spend some time this weekend with your family. Didn't you see the boys this
I took the
weekend?
2 boys and my son. Oh, that's a funny story.
All right, so go to commercial break. When we come back, let's find out what Pop-Up did this weekend with the little kids. Wow, I wish we had a camera.
Yeah, it would have been funny.
All right, we're going to go to commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
With enough butter, anything is good. Tori Rose from Precious Treasure Gourmet Foods thinks so because she single-handedly updated and expanded butter's possibilities. From compound, savory, sweet, and spicy, her freshly made butters aim to please. I don't know about you, but I've never really seen butter this versatile before, and now so feasible. With online shopping, just visit PreciousTreasuresGourmetFoods.com because at Precious Treasures, Tori is working on the best artisan gourmet foods to every table. Remember, guys, true love is like butter. There's no substitute for the real thing.
Once a professional musician, artist Steven Zwirn uses his creativity through multimedia artistic expression. His compositions use acrylic paint to create 3D masterpieces. Steven's fascination with brilliant colors and intriguing patterns with jewels and rhinestones entices the eye with color and dimension. For more information on the artwork of Steven Zwirn, contact Steven at 914-656-9060 or stevenzwirn.com.
Welcome to Mini Donut World, where the donuts are hot, fresh, and delicious, made to order and customizable by you. Gourmet specialty flavors such as apple pie, French toast, campfire, and strawberry cheesecake are always popular. Looking to tailor your appetite? Build your own mini donut. Choose from over 18 flavored donut bases, add on your icing flavor, and choose from over 15 toppings and drizzles. While kids enjoy our design your own kits to take home, our 21 and over customers love our alcohol-infused donuts. Come visit Mini Donut World at 8763 Sterling Road in Cooper City. Have questions or want to place an order? Give us a call at 954-369-2301. We know you will love each bite of our deliciously distinctive mini donuts.
Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Do you know the guest that you had here today recognized the artist behind you?
Did she?
Yep. Right away.
Allie Leftcourt. Yes, these are for sale. These incredible vintage pieces from Allison Leftcourt. Everything here is for sale.
And she said, oh my God, you got Leftcourt's paintings behind you. I looked at her. I had to think for a second. I said, oh yeah, you're right. She says, how did you get them? I said, she was here.
She was
she
here.
Said, really? I said, yeah.
Those were great guests today we had on 11 o'clock show.
Nice way to kick off our WNN showcase.
So tell us, Pop-Up, how was your weekend with the boys?
So I called my son Freddie and said, I'd like to take the boys to get either a hot dog or hamburgers and some ice cream. So we went to Shake Shack. Shake and Bake?
Shake Shack?
The one on Linton?
Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake. So we go to Steak and Shake, and the two boys, first of all, the younger one is bigger than the older one. He's like a football player. And he says, "Where do you eat?" I said, "Oh my God."
He talks too.
Yeah. So he took him in to eat, and this kid eats everything. Ice cream, French fries, steak, hot dog. I filled them up. They were like this. So Freddie was dying because Roro, we call him Robo, was eating ice cream, and the batteries are starting to go into high gear. So he's running in place, like Alana does when she's had too much sugar. He was running in place, and he goes, "Oh, taking you home to Mom." I was dying, but they put on a show at the place.
Oh, that's really cute. That was nice.
That was fun.
So you went for hot dogs, hamburgers, ice cream. You did the great thing that grandfathers do, and then you send them on their way.
Yeah, because Roro wanted, when we were leaving, he wanted to eat more ice cream. And I told my son, "Stop. Of course you can have more ice cream." He says, "Dad." I said, "Oh, no. The agreement was you don't say nothing to grandpa. You let me do it my way. That's the agreement."
That's nice.
I put so much sugar in that kid. Should have seen him in the parking lot.
Did they have fun?
Cabbage. What's the matter?
Cavities.
No. This is cavity-free ice cream. These are baby teeth anyway. They're coming out.
Wow.
That's true.
Right?
Wow.
I tell you, I got to be a realist. So I told my son I want to take him to the zoo, but you got to let him run buck wild. What kid is going to go, a child, when he eats at a restaurant, you think he's going to come out clean? I said, bring a change of shirt. Bring a change of clothes. What do you think this is? When you were his age, you think you left the restaurant clean? I had a bag. Got to be smart.
Change of clothes.
Yeah, and part of eating in a restaurant is putting it in your hands and all your face and on your hair. So I took it and went, whackata.
Remind me to not take you out to dinner.
I'm not a child anymore. But I'm saying children. When you go to dinner with children, you want them to be adults? Who the hell wants that? He says, "Papa, it's in my hands." I go put it like this in your face. He goes, I says, "Is that fun?" He starts to laugh. That's what they love to do. The kids want to be kids. Let them be kids.
Kids want to be kids.
Terrible influence.
Did you eat?
Me? I'm the worst.
Did you have ice cream and a hot dog?
I did.
Did you put your hot dog in the ice cream?
I did. And I put ice cream in my soda, and I put ice cream in my hamburger.
You had a hamburger and a hot dog and ice cream?
Yes, I did. That's why I got sick.
I was going to say, now I know why you got sick yesterday. Would explain that.
Too much to eat.
Yeah.
But when you're a grandparent, you're supposed to make them a mess. So anyway, they were so sugared up that I couldn't take them to buy toys, because that was the next move. Drive his father nuts.
Were your hamburger and hot dogs on buns?
Yes. I told him, eat, because sometimes you eat a hot dog with your hand. And then I said, okay, so you put it like this, hot dog and bread. And then I give you ice cream. And they're going like this. And that. And so my son was sitting between them. I was dying. So I took out my phone. I can't show you because I promised I wouldn't. You should have seen him going like this and going like this and going like and going like this. I was dying. I said, thank you, Lord, for the payback.
Perfect day as a grandparent.
The best.
So nice.
The best. Because you know what? You forget the kids are people too, and you forget they're not perfect. You gotta. Hey, listen, I know a lot of millennials that I hang out with that ain't too perfect. Mr. has the key to the jukebox.
He's been working with us. I got to tell you though, that kid's got an extra scorecard.
And Vlad is lactose intolerant because he couldn't have a milk product.
Well, you can't eat wheat, so you had a hamburger bun and a hot dog bun.
I can if I sneeze. The funniest thing is I eat wheat, and I'm in public, and I sneeze. So people think I have COVID, and everybody runs away. So if I want a seat at a ball game, I walk down, I start, and everybody leaves.
I'm really wondering what you ate today. That's what I'm really wondering about.
But it's true.
Alana, how was your New Year? I see legs sitting over there. It's got to be Alana's legs.
It's me. My New Year's was nice and comfy at home. I enjoyed. We flipped back and forth between watching Dick Clark's special and the Miley Cyrus hosting with Pete Davidson. It was pretty.
Did you like Miley Cyrus?
I did. I thought she did an excellent job. She looked fantastic. She brought out her sister, and they did a cover of Jolene by Dolly Parton. No, I thought it was excellent. She had a little wardrobe malfunction towards the end. She handled it like a pro, exactly how any performer should handle a mishap on stage. Her backup vocalists were really, really good. They carried on her song as she had to do a quick change, but...
She barely has any clothes, ever. She's a wackadoodle, always. And what's the word that we look for? Because what's the word that I'm supposed to use?
Consistency?
No, with an R. With
Roller coaster?
And she's the biggest roller coaster this side of the East Coast. Seriously.
Artists are allowed to express themselves however they wish. Just because it's not your cup of tea doesn't mean it doesn't appeal to others.
But she happens to be my cup of tea.
If she's your cup of tea, then why are you complaining?
But she's a wackadoodle.
So what was the wardrobe malfunction?
She came out to sing Party in the USA, right? Big number, very appropriate for New Year's Eve. You know, we were waiting for it to come, and she came out in this cute, sparkly silver top and a little skirt, and it matched together, and it was a little two-piece outfit. And she came on, and right in the beginning of her song, the straps that were holding her top up must have snapped off. Something happened. And she quickly took her other hand, not holding the microphone, and grasped her chest.
The weasel.
She caught the top. You could tell she was a little hesitant on what to do. She turned around completely so her back was to the audience. She must have moved her hand. You could see the top completely fell to the ground. So now she is completely topless on stage. So she continued singing as she walked off. They opened up the back of the stage. She went backstage, so there was a few moments where she stopped singing. The vocalist carried on the song. She obviously picked up her mic backstage, started continuing to sing as Wardrobe grabbed a business jacket she had from another outfit, threw it on over, and came right back out. So she was very mismatched. You know, she still had the silver bottoms, but then she had an open blazer. You were thinking, oh my goodness, I hope it doesn't open up any further. But she handled it like a pro. She kept on with the song, and she took the lyrics in there where it says something about, you know, hopping out of the cab, everybody's looking at me now. And she was like, everybody is definitely looking at me now.
That's
and
hilarious.
Kept on through the song.
You like Cyrus?
The whole wrecking ball thing kind of wrecked it for me.
Everybody made fun of that.
But I don't dislike her.
Oh, wrecking ball is wild.
I don't dislike her. I think she's grown up and
I admire her.
Her music has really shifted over the past couple years. If you notice, her genre has really turned more into rock and roll. Her voice has gotten raspier as it's aged, and she's really taken on a more rock side.
I like the way she does her deal. She got that gig in Miami, and more hats to her. I just think that she's out there, you know. She's like a Fruit
Aren't
Loops.
all artists a little out there?
Well, some are, and some are really out there. She's really, really out there.
it's interesting. My sister showed me a song that Pink did recently, and to see Pink all grown up as an adult, mature adult, and a daughter now. And her song is about who she was when she was a kid, and if she knew then what she knows now, how she would have done things differently. I don't even know where April found the song. But yeah, and then I think of Miley Cyrus, where she was then, Wrecking Ball, and all the cute little things she did with her dad, to where she is now. To watch everyone change, you know, I think you and I get older, but apparently everyone else gets older along with us, just not as old as we are.
Well, we'll be remiss if we don't say our condolences. Betty White died.
Yes.
Kevin Reeves died. Now, you guys aren't football fanatics, but Kevin Reeves was a hell of a coach. Coached the Denver Broncos. He died, lost him as well. But Betty White weekend, every show she did has been everywhere.
We were talking how many chapters this woman has had in her life. Even at 80, she started a new chapter. She hosted SNL, and she did another TV show, and she did the movie with Sandra Bullock.
Icon. All you can say is you got to tip your hat and say, wow.
The longest career in TV history.
Really?
Yep, for the amount of years. I think it was something with over like 60 years of being on TV. I might be wrong on that number, but it's been a long time.
Amazing. 2 weeks away from her 100th birthday.
Yeah.
It was 2 weeks, yeah.
January 17th, I think. And I believe there was supposed to be scheduled a 100th birthday celebration, and I think people have been saying that, you know, in her light, they're still going to go on with it and celebrate and see it through.
That's nice. They should, in memory of what would have been. That's amazing. An icon, right?
An icon.
So you watch people age and do their thing. I was reading a story that there's this young girl. I want to reach out to her, actually. She was a cashier at McDonald's drive-thru. And she served the drive-thru, whatever they ordered. She went back to the rest, and she came back and she said, I'll get the rest for you. And apparently the mom in the car was choking. And her daughter was in the car, and the girl looks, and she hops out. She goes, she does the Heimlich, because she had learned this through babysitting, and she saves his mom's life. The police come, the parents come, only to find out this girl was on the autism spectrum. And the parents are so worried about her social skills and how she would fit in with the community and how she would fit in at work. And she's the one that now went and saved a life and what this did for her. So you see the shift of things. It just takes one person, one thing to make that difference in life.
That's a feel-good story.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
and she's
it
here
is.
in the
Yeah.
U.S. I have her name. I'm going to see if we can find her on social media and maybe reach out to her.
You know, it's really funny you say that, because thank God that she was there at the right place, right time. I saw the day after tomorrow where the Earth temperature changes, global warming turns into global freezing, the next ice age.
Again, an uplifting movie, I see.
But the funny thing is that it talks about how we had to go to Mexico as a country to survive. So, you know, you see everybody coming over the border from Mexico here and through the canal. It was the opposite. All the USA had to go there to survive because it was warmer there.
Interesting.
Everything else was frozen. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this thing, and I'm looking at Linda saying, boy, that's a switch. That's a big switch, because here we are looking. They closed the border. You know how we closed the border and built walls and all that? They did that. And if they did that, we would have been gone as a country, because it was like below, it was supersonic frozen.
Makes you rethink about what we do to other people, right?
I just saw an article where farm workers, we don't have any immigrants to come and pick the farm stuff that nobody here wants to do. So guess what? An apple's going to cost you $5. Because if I got to go pick it, I want $15 an hour.
Oh,
right?
That's a whole, whole new thing, a whole lot.
What is that?
We have a game if you want to play.
Yes,
Oh,
but
let's
we
play.
need the pictures.
No pictures.
Oh, these are just words?
So about a week or two ago, Freddie's been playing this game with us here at the Brooklyn Cafe, if you've been catching the afternoon show, where he has found different objects from years ago, even before he was born. And it was a guessing game to play with all the interns about what does this do. Well, we have decided to rebuttal, and we have a little segment that is, what does it mean? Using vocabulary words that us millennials, Gen Z, whatever age bracket we all are.
Except for Slick.
Are using, even Slick, to see if Grandpa Freddie and not Grandma Dawn, young Dawn, can
Why is it that
identify.
she's not grandma yet?
You are a grandpa, and she is not a grandma yet.
Aaron. You know what I'm saying? Aaron?
Aaron's having a snow day, don't even.
So we have compiled a list of words, and we're going to say a word out there, and if either of you have a guess as to what it means, you can tell us, or you can request a sentence, which is a major hint that we could read it to you in a sentence to help you out. You ready?
Yep.
All right. So our first one is bussin'.
Yeah, we know what
You
bussin'
knew
is.
that was. I didn't know that one. What is it?
It's like Alana, bussin' los cojones.
Your sentence to help you is, I didn't know your mama cooked like this. Her food be bussin'.
Be on point. I got one for you, the joint. Remember when you used to say your cooking is the joint? Huh? You want to go back? I give you back. You remember that?
The joint?
The joint. Everybody thinks it's a marijuana or something. No, it's the joint. Being here is, this is the joint. You remember that?
He's laughing in there.
Slick knows. He's an old man.
The next,
who lives in the shoe.
Our next one is one that, if you were paying attention, Haley used this today on the show. She said the word bougie.
Bougie.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. Bougie
So,
sounds like a burlesque.
Your sentence to help you is, let's get out of this bougie town. Do you know what bougie means?
Over the top?
Expensive, over the top, yeah.
Over the top. Snobbish?
Extravagant, a little snobbish,
Snobbish?
over the top. Something is
She
a
went to
little
a bougie New Year,
Went to a
but
bougie
loved
house.
it.
Sometimes people will say bad and bougie.
Did you know bougie?
Bougie, I knew.
Slick wears bougie underwear.
Bougie underwear. So our next word we have is if something is salty.
Bitter. Not a nice person.
He was salty when Freddie beat him in a video game.
What hurt?
That's
He was
I
salty.
guess
He
that's-
was
no, no.
a little
He was
upset.
a little spicy.
A little spicy. Our next word is swerve.
Get your swerve on.
heard that one.
Swerve.
Get your swerve on,
Girl,
baby.
swerve. I saw who you were talking to.
Yeah, that's a new one for me.
I've never
Swerve.
used
I
that.
saw who you're talking to.
What does that mean? Swerve.
If someone told you to swerve, it means like pivot, go away, shoo off.
Wow, I gotta write that one down in
It's
my
like
hand.
pivot.
Yep, it's like pivot.
Pivot.
Like pivot.
It's called swerve.
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 Like if you swerve somebody, you're rejecting them.
Yes.
If I what?
If you swerve somebody, you're rejecting them.
Slick. Swerve you.
Oh no. I keep it slick.
Oh,
Slick in
you
my
wouldn't
pocket.
say so, Freddie. Don't say swerve you. You would just say slick swerve.
It's like
Ooh.
step off.
Yeah.
Can I write it on my hand and go like this to people?
Sure.
Oh, that'd be. Remember we used to say, talk to the hand?
Yeah.
So,
And I could put
Freddie-
swerve on it. Talk to the hand.
Freddie, this next one's for you. This one is thirsty.
Wow. What's that mean? I drink water.
Your sentence to help you is when Freddie is scrolling on his social media, he's looking pretty thirsty.
Oh no, man.
I could take that in so many
Bored?
different ways.
Upset.
No, not at all. Being creepy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Creepy, right?
If someone said you were thirsty, it might mean you know, he was drooling over, Googling over someone.
Ooh, they're getting you on that one.
Officer Krumke. I got a better one. I'm parched.
Parched. Works the same way. You want to take over? You wanna do the
Thirsty.
next
That's
one?
different. Have you ever used that?
Never.
Never used
Never
that?
used any of these.
Down here.
Bougie, but
All right. So the next word is basic.
Basic. Basic is basic.
Likes to sip a frappuccino while holding her mini Shih Tzu and shopping online. How basic.
I'm basic.
That's not a good thing.
A little bit. I'm basic with you, Don. I could be basic.
No, the two of you are anal and share a brain.
I tell you, we're
Not
basic. We're
basic.
kind of simple. As long as we're doing what we want to do.
What
We're
is simple about you
Basic.
or that one?
Basic also could mean like the norm of like the go with the flow. It's everyone's doing. It could also mean like if someone was basic, it's
No,
the
that
stereotypical.
doesn't mean that at all. Let me ask you, what about the word step off? Is it the same thing as swerve?
Step off. Oh, he's still on swerve. I've never heard of step off.
Step off means you're giving me the BS step off because, right? You know
If
that
someone
one.
says something rude, you tell them they should step off. Inappropriate.
Well, it isn't unnecessarily rude. It's just I don't agree with your attestment.
Really?
Adamantment, whatever the word is.
Give him the next one, Haley.
Sus.
Sus.
S-U.
S-U-S.
Wow, I never heard of that. What is
Sus.
It's a very new one.
Should we ask him for directions? No, he's looking sus.
it? Creepy.
Yeah.
Questionable.
So sus essentially just is not an acronym. Shortened version of suspicious.
Oh.
So Slick's nickname should be Sus,
Poor Slick.
not Slick. Well, they got Gene, they got Spike, they got about 500 names for this kid.
Sus. Suspicious. Wow. I've got a game for you on Wednesday, Lana, we're going to play. It's the Picky Eater Checklist.
Oh no, that's so me.
That is going to be Wednesdays. I got a whole, you get a point for everything that you won't eat. So that's going to be Wednesday's fun.
I'm going to be your high score winner.
We'll do it for our brunch show.
Do you mix foods in that? Can we do that?
Sure.
Can you put grapes and cheese together?
Yeah. On a platter or like eating them together?
No, it's on a platter.
Yes.
I had this
Charcuterie board.
yesterday. I had very bitter cheese. It was really good. And then she says, eat the grapes with it. It's like a sweet and sour.
Do you eat 12 grapes for New Year's?
I ate 24 because I didn't do it last year.
You ate a lot this weekend.
I ate too much.
I
I had salami and cheese. I had Ritz.
I had 12 grapes too.
Oh my God. All the wheat stuff you shouldn't be eating?
It made me ill. Couldn't breathe.
Wait, Freddie, you have wheat allergy too?
Yep.
So do I.
But then again, do you eat things with wheat if you have an allergy to them?
Well,
Body's like, yeah.
I guess to be a little more specific, I could I can eat it, but it's not like the best for my digestive system. My
Digestion. Your digestion decision. Listen.
You ready to wrap this up?
I don't like marriage, and I got married twice. Same difference.
Are you ready to wrap this up?
I don't know. We got more?
Yeah, we got more.
We have more, or we can save them for next show.
Let's save them for Wednesday.
All
Or
right.
Tuesday.
Sass.
Sus.
Sus.
Sus. Swirl you.
Sus.
Swirl you.
Happy New Year, everyone. Make it a great 2022. Kindness, gratitude, and compassion. If you want to stop by and put your little resolution kindness paper in the jar, we'll save it for next year. Have a great afternoon, and we will see you tomorrow. 9 a.m. drive time?
9 a.m.
All right. Bye-bye.
Don't be late. You never get up in lane.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save her. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for her sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we could fly